Hey guys, HCGChica. I'm here to check in. This is my second attempt. Otherwise, you would have had a more frequent, shorter update. Anyway, I am on my second loading day today for round three. A couple things that I have done, that I'm doing and have done this time is I actually changed my diet 9 days ago and I started eating low carb. I eliminated all fruits, all sugars, all carbs, basically P3. Um, and that is because I kind of wanted to prepare my body for HCG again, just to make it easier for myself. I've been eating pretty badly the last couple months, a lot of sugar, and just feeling that addiction to sugar again. So really just trying to kind of break that a little bit before I started HCG, just trying to make it as painless as possible. So we'll see if that helps. And doing that, I've been eating, high fat, high protein. I'm still eating a lot, just no sugars and no carbs, and vegetables technically have carbs, but you know what I mean. I'm not having any higher carb things like even peas. I'm not having that. And I'm just trying to get myself ready to get into ketosis quicker too. So that's one thing I did. And that actually, since I didn't even have fruit really, I think all that I had in the last week and a half has been a couple portions of like a half cup of the frozen blueberries in the smoothies that Miss HCG girl started. So anyway, because I did that, I found like my cravings pretty much went away almost right away, and I haven't had too much trouble. Previous times I've tried getting off of some of my addiction foods like ice cream and stuff like that, and I had a real hard time when I kept fruit in the picture. I was still eating everything else healthy, but I was having fruit, and I experienced a lot of cravings, and it's kind of like they never went away after like 3 weeks. So this time it's only been 9 days, and literally after like the third day, it really hasn't been too hard, and I'm happy about that. So anyway, that's what I kind of did to prepare myself for this round. The other thing is my loading this time, I am doing completely without sugars and carbs entirely. I have only loaded on fats and, proteins. So I never thought that I'd be strong enough to do that because usually like the last few rounds, it was like this mad dash to get as many wonderful tasting things that I could. But you know what? I've just decided that that's not a healthy mentality for me. And I think doing that last round after being really healthy for like 5 months straight, then the start of the second round was that weird binge mentality, and I just don't think it was good for me, and I think it triggered something not good for me. I don't mind gaining weight and eating a lot of fatty foods, but for me, sugar is just it's kind of like a drug, and I just finding that I have to stay away from it. But that's hard to do sometimes. But I feel like the low carb has kind of actually broken the cravings so that I have the self-control right now while I'm loading to just do it with the high fats. And that's really all that you need. If you're new to HCG, by all means, if you want to load with sugars and carbs too, of course you can. Most of us do like to do that because it's kind of like, a last hurrah before you are eating chicken breast and fennel. But in reality, all you really need is high fat. So that's what I've been doing. I've been having bacon, just higher fat, healthy foods that don't have any sugar or starch. So far, before loading, I was 141.8. And after my first load day, I gained 1.2, so I'm 143 this morning. We'll see what tomorrow brings, and then I'll be on my first VLCD tomorrow. The other thing is, I may be not having the fruits on P2 for the first week or so. I'm not sure about that yet, but I'm thinking of doing that. A couple reasons. One reason is because I'm hoping maybe it'll help me get into ketosis faster. And the other reason is because of what I said about sugar and cravings. When I did the low carb these last 9 days, one day I had an apple. And I noticed that I was really having a hard time a little bit later with craving baked goods and other sugary things, and I haven't really been having much of a problem with that. So I think even the fruit really does contribute to the cravings for me. That may not always be the case, but you know, I may have an issue with candida or something, and for the time being, it does seem to feel a lot better for me to just completely avoid it for the most part. I have been having stevia, like in my teas and stuff, and that seems to be okay, and, you know, does give me a little bit of a sweet taste. I'm hoping to be strong enough to not have any artificial sweeteners this round except for the stevia. I found that I think it does mess with my fat loss, not necessarily my weight loss on HCG, but I think the sweeteners do affect my fat loss. And for me, that's really kind of the most important thing. I don't care so much about weight as I do about how much fat I'm losing. So anyway, that's what's new with me. I did find a source of caffeine that feels just right for me in place of the Diet Coke that I used to drink, and that is actually, it's called Chinese breakfast tea, and it's the Numi brand, M-U-M-I brand of tea, and I love it. You know, I'm not always too fond of black teas because they have a bitter taste to me sometimes, but this one is just very mild, and I put half and half in it, which, you know, of course they won't be doing on P2, but it's even without the half and half, it's not bitter, which is what I like. And with a little stevia, and it actually gives me just the right caffeine kick. And I can only have one cup, one bag of the tea. I've had two like later in the day, and it kind of makes me irritable and jittery. So 1 cup a day is just right, and so that's what I'll be doing for that. And that's it for now, and I'll try to update you guys again tomorrow, and just I'm going to try to do more frequent, shorter updates. That's my plan, but we'll see how it goes. All right, bye.